Hi, I'm Dave King. I'm the drummer of the band The Bad Plus, as well as bands The Dave King Trucking Company, which is a household name, let's face it, and Happy Apple, Junk Magic, Josh Redman. Who else have I played with? I did 2-week tour with Jeff Beck in 2002. And he asked me to be in the band, and I said, I don't have time because I have my own projects, Jeff. Whatever. Anyway, I wanted to do this quick video to call attention to the great South Hudson Music Project support of Seattle and the Royal Room, great venues for creative musicians like that. And I have to say that when I'm in Seattle and the amount of times I've played Seattle over the last 25 years or whatever, uncountable, the support I have felt from the Seattle community, but also people like Wayne Horvitz and the Royal Room. Wayne, who's a great saxophone player. I mean, if you haven't heard, he is one of the alto players on the scene today. I mean, if you guys haven't heard Wayne play alto. Somebody said he played keyboards to me once. I was like, what? Okay. The Royal Room has been an important part of me bringing kind of like indie jazz groups, if you will, through Seattle, and the South Hudson Music Project has been a vital resource for those rooms and for people like me. And I want to thank everyone and encourage all support for these programs and venues, and to thank everyone in Seattle for the support over the years. And hopefully I'll see you all soon, and hopefully you're all well and building those immune systems. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Solos for a Brand New Day. This evening's events are in support of the South Hudson Music Project. And the South Hudson Music Project was formed a few years ago in order to create an organization that would support live music in partnership with the Royal Room. I'm going to explain later a little bit about why we need an organization like this and how this becomes a model for small clubs and venues in the future. But in the meantime, I want to get straight to the music. Before I do, though, I'd like to thank all the musicians. We have a really incredible array of players tonight. Originally, we'd planned to do this as solos because of COVID, but we were going to do it live, which frankly would have been a lot less work. Once things seemed to be even a little worse, if we can believe that, in this fairly trying time, we decided to pre-record everything, and that's what you will be seeing tonight, except that I will be coming back on occasion to explain a little bit more about what we are doing and also what we have in store. I'd like to begin with a set of three musicians, Victoria Parker, J.R. Rhodes, and Skerik, that kind of epitomize to me what's fantastic about the programming that we've typically done since the Royal Room opened, and the kind of programming that the South Hudson Music Project wants to continue to do in the future. So please welcome one of my favorite musicians and a powerful force here in Seattle, Victoria Parker.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I'm a founding member of the North Corner Chamber Orchestra. Our ensemble has been playing here at the Royal Room for about 6 years now, and it's one of our favorite venues. We're so excited to see you, and we hope that you support the South Hudson Music Project.
I can be like a thunderstorm, throwing lightning. I wanna be a starry night sky, calm and quiet. I can be like a rainy day. I wanna be a sunny day, shining, making people happy. The sunrise is higher than the dark storm clouds. All I see is you shining bright, and like twinkling stars burning bright, giving light. We can all be stars if we try. We are all stars when we try. We are all stars when we try. We are all stars. We are all stars. We are all stars. I can be like a volcano erupting, turning things to ash. I want to be like water, cooling things down instead. I can be like a cloud, not letting the sun in. I wanna be the sun, bringing light and shining on everyone. The sunrise is higher than the dark storm clouds. All I see is you shining bright, and like twinkling stars burning bright, giving light. We can all be stars if we try. We are all stars when we try. We are all stars when we try. We are all stars. We are all stars. We are all stars.
Hey there, my name is J.R. Rhodes. Please support the South Hudson Music Project.
Hi, I'm Skerik. I'm at the Royal Room. I wouldn't be here without the South Hudson Music Project. Please donate today. Thank you.
Hey, welcome to Solos for a brand new day. Brand new day, boy, we could sure use that. Well, maybe we'll have it soon. Well, that was a good way to start this set. That set kind of epitomizes to me what I love about, this place, but also just about the Seattle music scene. I mean, Victoria Parker, J.R. Rhodes, Skerik. I mean, that just kind of sums it up. So I'll probably talk more than I should, but hopefully it won't be too much. I'm going to start out by thanking a few people. We want to thank the Rainier Foundation for their support. Live Concert Stream, we've been working with for all these live streams, and they've been very generous with us tonight. For Culture, for their support, past and present. The Royal Room, which is obviously very much connected to this, but is its own entity. And Brad Ruda, who did all the tech and the editing, and without whom I could not have done any of this. I want to talk about the sort of structure of the economics later. I'm going to speak now for about 5 minutes, and then again, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, quite a bit later after we hear a lot more music. But why we need a model for small venues that includes institutional support, and why we felt the need to create a not-for-profit as a partnership. I think it's worth pointing out that a lot of people have a sense of what the Royal Room is, and they don't really see reasons for it to change in ways large and small. And I'd like to speak to the fact that the Royal Room, to the outside observer, it will look pretty much the same. The question is, what makes it sustainable? So later I'll be talking about that and a little more specific about the structure of that legally and financially. Now I just want to talk a little bit about why small value venues matter. And I would like to say still matter, because obviously small venues made up in the 50s, there were clubs everywhere, and here in Seattle and New York City, and that's changed over time, but they are still a place to serve touring musicians and, above all, local music scene. And it's a place where you don't need to get a gig 3 years ahead of time, where you can have an idea and go do something in a couple of months. A short history: the Royal Room is a decade old as of December. We started South Hudson Music Project with two friends, Maggie Hooks and Renee Russick, gave me a tremendous amount of help. And we started a 50c3 this fall. The board includes Willem de Cook from the Westerlies, Maggie Hooks, who I just mentioned, who's done all sorts of not-for-profit work, Mark Wittau, who is an old friend and also a lawyer, and Karen Carapepe, who works for Earshot Jazz. Small venues have always been a really important part of the culture. I think what's really interesting is that when I tour in Europe, clubs treat musicians a certain way that is a cut above how they are treated in the United States, and there's a simple reason for that. Clubs are not seen as, oh, they sell liquor, they sell food, they have music. They're seen as cultural institutions that happen to have food and drink. And so in America, there's kind of this odd, almost puritanical distinction between the two, between an arts organization and a club. And I'm hoping that we can create a model that'll change that perception. Let me look at my notes here for a minute. Oh yeah, and in the case of the Royal Room and now the South Hudson Music Project, we also have a very specific focus on education, on being all ages, and not an all ages club, but all ages. And one way we create diversity is simply to represent a diverse range of musical aesthetics, and that sort of takes care of that in a lot of ways. And we have had diverse audiences, diverse music and art. And then serving the community, and that means everything from things with the Audubon Society to things to raise money for causes, et cetera, et cetera. And I think one of the things South Hudson Music Project will do in the future is really speak to that. We were just beginning to talk about regular events around climate change, community, and food when the pandemic hit, and we hope to get back to that soon. And let's just talk about the reality of the economics, and then I'll get into what we're going to do the next time I talk. It's never been great. I don't think the Village Vanguard has it easy. I don't think the Blue Note has it easy. I don't think the 5 Spot had it easy. But things have changed so much since then. Between Netflix, between your phone, between your Facebook feed, between lifestyle changes, people work more. In New York City in the 50s, when John Coltrane and Thelonious Monk had a 6-month engagement, 7 nights a week, lots of the audience came night after night. They had only 3 channels on television. They wanted to get out of the house. It's an excuse to get a babysitter. It was part of their lifestyle. That has really changed. So that's my pitch for why it's important to keep places like the Royal Room going, and I'll explain a little more later why we have to have South Hudson Music Project to make that viable. We have a $5,000 match on the table, so that means the first $5,000 that comes in will be doubled. We're not even including that in our goal. We're going to add it to our goal because we need to raise real money. We want to pay musicians better. We want to pay our staff better. We've got a lot to do. So that's it. It is with incredible pleasure that I introduce someone whose work I've only gotten to know in the last couple of years and that I just love, Sera Cahoone. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Hi Seattle. Hi music lovers. I'm Allison Miller, and I'm here to show some love for the South Hudson Music Project. On March 11th, 2020, I was about to get on a plane to head out west to do some shows on the West Coast with my band Parlor Game. One of them would have been the Royal Room in Seattle, which has always been a home for me, and they've always been so supportive of every project that I bring to Seattle. But as we know, plans quickly changed, and I got on a plane heading the other direction back to Brooklyn, New York, where I live, and I've been here ever since. Please support the South Hudson Music Project so venues like the Royal Room can survive and live music and live creative music can keep thriving. Take care.
Hi, my name is Aiden Seaman and I play the saxophone. The Royal Room is one of my favorite venues in Seattle and one of my favorite places to play. Please support the South Hudson Music Project to help keep live music venues like the Royal Room alive through this tough time. Thank you.
Sometimes it's just not enough. Get you in the summer, by fall I always want you back. Oh, the mountains are red and the rocks falling down, and I know you're right. Take a little time. Deer Creek Canyon's where I am from, and it's where you are still. Left and now they've gone back home, and I know you're right. Might just take a little time. Deer Creek Canyon's where I am from, and it's where you are, where you are.
Hey, my name is Sera Cahoone. I am here up on the Royal Room stage. It's very nice to be here, even though no one else is in here. But what we need today is your support. Please support South Hudson Music Project and the Royal Room. Give as much money as you can. We all need these places to survive, especially this amazing venue. So thank you.
What a great honor being here with you all tonight. I want to thank especially to the Royal Room for hosting us, and I want to thank you for tuning in and supporting the South Hudson Music Project, where we are all gathering around to create a beautiful musical community. Thank you so much.
Well, I know there's another world out there. So many ways to be. But there's a voice whispers, oh, it's not for the likes of me. So I stay inside this world of yours. You say you'll keep me safe, but unfaithfulness would surely lead to my disgrace. Oh, you said you'd show me right from wrong, and I believed it was the truth. One fine day I will choose my own way, and I know you won't approve, and I will see in your eyes, oh, as though it were a sin, that I have become something I never should have been. Broken love, so much pain, so much sorrow. Well, my bags are packed, I'm ready to leave, but not today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, in my head I'm so far away, and I can't really say who I am. But on that day when I make that play, oh, I surely will be damned. Well, the days grow long and my time so short, and I find myself alone. Time to make my way out into that great unknown. Broken love, so much pain, so much sorrow. Well, my bags are packed, I'm ready to leave, but not today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, I can't see the world you see, just don't have that sight. And I keep all my secrets deep inside, far from prying eyes. Well, you tried to keep me helpless. You tried to keep me yours. But I swear one day I'm gonna walk on out that door. Broken love, so much pain, so much sorrow. Well, my bags are packed, I'm ready to leave, but not today. Well, I'm bound to go. Surely one day I'll leave this life and I'll stay away. Hi, this is Reggie Garrett. I want to thank these folks here at the Royal Room for having me in here every now and then. It's been a great thing. It's a great place for music, for musicians, for artists in this community, in this neighborhood. I would like to thank all you folks for any support you've given to the South Hudson Music Project over the years, and any support that you can give from here on out. It definitely helps to make things better, especially for this coming year, 2021. Happy New Year to all of you. Peace.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cristina Valdes, and I'm thrilled to be part of the fundraising event for the South Hudson Music Project. Please consider supporting this wonderful organization in any way possible. Thank you.
Hi, my name is John Gilbreth. I'm with Earshot Jazz here in Seattle, and I'm asking you to join me in support of the South Hudson Music Project. Though South Hudson Music Project is a fairly newly formed 501c3 nonprofit organization, its mission is firmly in place and thoroughly proven at the Royal Room, the vibrant music venue in Columbia City, South Seattle. Through nationally respected artistic leadership, dedication to music education, and an absolute commitment to Seattle artists, to their professional development, their creative outlets, South Hudson Music Project and the Royal Room have become an essential part of Seattle's vibrant cultural scene. We need that now more than ever. Please join me in supporting the South Hudson Music Project. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Riley Mulherker, and I'm here to ask you to support the South Hudson Music Project. You know, you can have all the best music in the world, but without the spaces to present it and the infrastructure to support it, nobody gets to hear it. South Hudson Music Project builds that bridge and connects those dots to bring music to people, to support musicians, support the arts in Seattle, and in the process, creates community. So thank you for keeping the music going, keeping the arts alive in Seattle, and supporting the South Hudson Music Project.
scared, think of me. That if you fail, I'll feel enough to help you start all again. I'll help you carry on, carry on. If you try and you fail, you'll carry on, carry on.
Hi, I'm Alex Guy, and I want to thank you so much for being here tonight with us in support of the South Hudson Music Project. The Royal Room is not only one of my favorite venues, it's actually one of my favorite places to spend time in Seattle. I've been to so many amazing shows and had the chance to collaborate with a lot of incredible artists here. And my life as an artist in Seattle would be completely different if this venue didn't exist. So thank you for your support of the South Hudson Music Project.
I always love getting to play at the Royal Room in Seattle, especially for the Home for the Holidays concert. I love getting to run into my friends and mentors there and be a part of the musical community in Seattle. Please support the South Hudson Music Project to keep it going in the future, and hopefully I'll see you there again soon.
Hey, welcome back. Well, that was a bunch of really good music. Thanks, Belle, for that incredible moment of enthusiasm. I've known Belle, I think, since she was in 7th grade, and she's been in some bands of mine now. She's off in college doing her music thing. And as I mentioned earlier, talking to some folks, and I've been saying this all along, you know, if we're going to, this city has an incredible amount of history of investing in music education between Roosevelt High School, Garfield High School, and now just all over the Seattle area.
And singer.
Hi, we had a little technical detail there, but I think we've solved it. I want to thank Belle for that enthusiasm. She's been, I think I met Belle in 7th grade. She may have played here first in 7th grade. We've had a whole history of jazz education particularly, but not just jazz, of students coming here. I've always said that I wanted this place, and I know Steve and Tia that started the Royal Room with me feel the same way, to be all ages, not like when the youth bands are playing, the parents are uncomfortable. I mean, everybody should be having a good time, and I think we've achieved that. I've been saying for a long time that you know, we invest so much money in music education in Seattle, kind of unprecedented for American cities, but at the same time, those people go off to music school if they do, and they come back and they should have a place to play. And the people who teach them should have a place to play. So South Hudson Music Project is trying to take those kinds of sides of what has always been really great at the Royal Room and make sure that that's really institutionalized and can keep happening. I was talking at the end of my last little wrap about places like the 5 Spot and how clubs in Europe behave compared to in America. I was reminded that in New York City, not only with Thelonious Monk and John Coltrane playing for six months at a time in the same venue, but that the Lovin' Spoonful and Frank Zappa had a 6-month engagement in the West Village. Imagine that now. Impossible. I'm going to get to the economics in a minute, but one of the things, too, is that, you know, you can present art in a lot of ways, and there's some... My feeling is we need all the institutions. We need art spaces. We need clubs. We need the symphony. We need the museums. We need the dive bar. We need it all. And one of the things about starting this place was, what's the calculation for why? And there's, one of the reasons to have a place like this is because it's a social space, and I like that. I like a place where the musicians can meet the audience afterwards, where musicians come to hang out. And I was really reminded of places that I loved in New York City, the Tin Palace, CBGB's. These weren't just places that great music happened. It was also places where people just came by to see what was happening. That's hard to recreate now, but we're trying to keep some of that spirit. The downsides is that sometimes people talk during shows. Sometimes you've got food being served when it maybe isn't the most appropriate. I don't think a space like this is the best possible space. I think it's one of the important kinds of spaces to always have. That being said, it's a lot easier to start an arts organization and call it a not-for-profit than to have a bar and a restaurant and have it associated with not-for-profit. As I mentioned earlier, that's actually pretty common in Europe, but there seems to be it's really hard for me to explain how that can work. And this goes back to one last thing I'd like to mention. Charles Mingus, the great jazz bass player, famously spoke to the fact that, jazz was presented in clubs, whereas classical music was presented in clean, dry concert spaces. And he was absolutely right. That was a reflection of essentially a racist attitude about the music. And his point was very well taken. Now that we've had a chance to, we have jazz at Lincoln Center, we have SF Jazz, I think the conversation is possibly a little more nuanced than that and goes beyond. And I think one evidence of that is how many classical ensembles would like to have some of their programming in clubs because they're trying to escape the sterility of the concert hall. The grass is always greener. I think there's a place for all of it. And I think we found a sweet spot here for what we do. So a lot of people are confused. I mean, I would say for every 999 people who know what the Royal Room is, one of them knows what South Hudson Music Project is. We made the calculation that bars and restaurants, even on their own, have a very small profit margin. If you look at a typical arts organization, anywhere from the Seattle Symphony to Earshot Jazz to smaller places to theaters, et cetera, usually they expect to make half their revenue through tickets. So the other revenue has to come from donations, specifically from your donations this evening. So we're trying to build a model where we cannot be sort of worrying about this sort of odd situation where to sell food and alcohol to support an arts organization. So we're making them completely separate. For those of you who've been in the Royal Room, it's sort of like the stage side of the room has one set of employees and one set of legal obligations. It's a not-for-profit organization, and the space that it uses is the Royal Room. And it's, some people are even concerned if it's legal. It's perfectly legal. The relationships are all very well taken care of. South Hudson Music Project started a few years ago. We were with Shunpike. Now we have a board. We have all the we've dotted our I's and crossed our T's. But we now need to go out and have an arts organization where people don't just say, hey, I like the Royal Room, I'd like to help, but rather this is a presenting organization, just like any presenting organization in town, that needs significant help from the arts funding community, whether that's grants, whether that's individual donors, whether that's foundations, all of the above. And whatever you can give, think of it as like, I don't know, I've been giving to KOW, KXP, KBCS for years. And, those are the same thing. You give to Earshot Jazz, you give to ACT Theater. I think that's close to that. Yeah, I'd like to make a couple of other small points, which is that if you are a club and you are using the model of food and beverage combined with revenue at the door, then you have to get, excuse the expression, but you have to get the butts in the seats every night, which means mostly you have to book national acts or the best possible acts in town. You have to charge more money for tickets. You have to charge more money for food and drink. It's completely antithetical to what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to turn on a dime and present somebody we find interesting that may not draw. We want to reach out to people, particularly in the South End, that have community events, and we want to be able to think, okay, we have a foundation to support that. And so in some ways, it's a new model. One of the small details is that this was going to be a 5-year transition starting last year. Now with COVID, since the Royal Room has been closed, we've decided to go full on, and when we reopen in September, fingers crossed, we will just go to this new model. So it's actually, the COVID situation has changed all of that. Gives us time to kind of retool and to not make this kind of gradual transition, but everything worked out. So we hope to be fully on in September, if we can open then, or shortly thereafter. We reached that $5,000 goal. We've got a long ways to go. I really hope you can pitch in. Any amount helps. It does mean that we got that match, so that if we can get this $15,000 goal, we can end up with more than that. And we're really grateful for everyone's donations, and we're really grateful for the match. And now it's a little bit almost emotional for me to, it is emotional for me to introduce the next artist. This is not only someone who I think is one of the most important composers in my lifetime, one of the greatest lyricists in my lifetime, one of the most profound harmonic imaginations of any composer that I know. And I also have been living with for almost half a century. Robin Holcomb, please welcome.
Hi, this is Jenny Scheinman. I've been touring my whole life as a violinist and singer, and I love coming into Seattle and playing at the Royal Room. It's got such a vibe. I hope you can support the South Hudson Music Project and keep that happening there. Take care.
I'm Abe Beeson, Jazz Ambassador from KNKX Radio. 2020 is now in the rear view, but it's clear that we have a lot of work ahead of us to have more fun in 2021. Well, you can begin that work right now by supporting the South Hudson Music Project. The project has been presenting fantastic virtual performances since the start of the pandemic, and we're getting a delicious taste of that tonight. With your help, the South Hudson Music Project will be in great shape to continue their efforts to support working musicians into the post-pandemic age. It's going to take time and effort, but the rewards are incredible. Thanks for your help, and I hope to see you at the Royal Room soon.
Hi, I'm Beth Fleener, aka Crystal Beth, and I'm here to implore you to support the South Hudson Music Project. The ecosystem of the arts depends on having places to present live works, and 2020 completely decimated our industry. So I beg you to support this organization and the Royal Room and keep our venues alive so we can come back and make new stuff and share it with all of you. Thank you.
All of the true believers ever on their way, dreaming of the day. The sky is hot and it's raining. Little pencil rolls down to the sea. Saw and I copied, recalling I'm gonna lose again. Longing for a river at the end of the day. The trees fill with laughing birds and the tears roll down my face. How you like to look when you want to be seen, slamming the door and the curtains pulled closed and the room swept clean. Cover your head and you're holy. walk with the women who do. The story that ends with forever. Go over and over, it's true. I liked when you said it was simple, and I thought that you already knew. Take all of the weight of the world off your shoulders, but it's much harder to. Well, it's winter again and it's raining. Little pencil grows cold in my hand. Come with a coin and a bottle, inviting fortune in. Cast away everything empty. You win every time in the end. 4-letter words that were sent but unopened. I'm gonna lose again. I'm gonna lose again. Please support the South Hudson Music Project, bringing music from all over the world to South Seattle and beyond.
is Ava Lim, and I'm a freshman at the University of Washington. The Royal Room is somewhere that's been really special for me because it's somewhere I've been performing for years. I first performed here when I was a sophomore in high school with Seattle Jazz Ed, and ever since then, it's been something that's been really important to who I am. I think being in Jazz Ed and being able to perform at the Royal Room has been something that's so important to me because it's something where I really feel like there's no rules. In high school, I felt pretty confined by the type of music and the people around me, but at the Royal Room, I really feel open and free to do whatever I want with people that really support me. So I want to thank you, everybody that's allowing me to be here to perform, everybody listening, and remind you to support the South Hudson Music Project. Thank you for listening.
How many times have you heard someone say, if I had money, I would do things my way. Little they know that it's so hard to find. Rich man in tan with a satisfied mind. Money can't buy you or your youth when you're old. Friend when you're lonely, or a piece of your soul. The wealthiest person who is a pauper at times, compared to the man with a satisfied mind. My life is over and my time has run out. My friends and my loved ones, I'll leave them no doubt. And one thing's for certain, when it comes my time, I'll leave this old world satisfied mind. Leave this cruel world with a satisfied mind.
Hey out there, this is Jeff Fielder, and just saying please support the South Hudson Music Project. They do fantastic work, and we really appreciate all they do, as do we appreciate the Royal Room and all they do, and you know, it's a trying time for everybody, so we really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. That was beautiful. I have to confess that I was here for all the other recordings. I was in touch with Aham and he was going to come in, and then he said he was living at an undisclosed location in the wilderness. And I was like, well, if he can do it there, no reason to drive here. And he sent it to me, and he said that he'd had a lot of fun. Seemed like he'd had a lot of fun. That was amazing. This is going to be brief and to the point. We've already got a lot of support. We'd love to get to that goal, obviously, make a big difference for the future. But the first thing I want to do is I just want to thank every one of the musicians. I mean, it's just a tremendous work. And, you know, obviously I want to thank them for their effort and the work, but I really want to thank them for their artistry. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. Having heard, you know, earlier, maybe I already mentioned this, but Cristina Valdes followed by Alex Guy, it's just like, it just makes my heart melt. I mean, Cristina is just, I think, one of the most incredible contemporary music pianists alive today, and then Alex is just a beautiful songwriter, great player. We play together a lot, and has become a great friend. And anyway, it's just sort of, as much work as this has been, it's been just stunning to put it together. And I'm not a kind of person who says filled with love very often, but I will this time. I want to let you know what we have planned for the short term, because actually, you know, I was explaining before that South Hudson Music Project is going to essentially take over not essentially, we're going to take over all aspects of presenting in this space in the near future when we can open up again. But we sort of already did that because we used the Royal Room for the live streams, but we had a really nice live stream series in spring and particularly into summer and into the fall. And then, you know, things started to get worse again, and we decided to shut even those down. I mean, getting together with the group that's just about to appear, we did it Monday night, and of course those of us who could wore masks, but even that felt, you know, a little strange, and we're hoping things can change soon. What we have planned is that we're going to start doing some live streams that are actual live streams that aren't pre-recorded, that are sort of similar to what you're seeing tonight, in that they're going to be solos and duos. So we'll never have more than two people on stage, and if someone is singing or playing the saxophone or something like that, they'll be down on the floor, and the rest of the band will be up here, but it won't be much of a band. It'll be duos and solos. So we're going to start that every Sunday starting at the end of, I think, February 21st. And we're just going to ride that out until, you know, cross our fingers that enough people get vaccinated and we can move into a new world starting in the fall. One other thing I'd like to thank again all of our funders. I'm going to look at my notes so I don't forget anybody. The Rainier Foundation. I want to really thank Live Concert Streams for Culture, everyone at the Royal Room, Brad for doing all the work, the board of the South Hudson Music Project. I'd also like to make a special thanks to the Royal Esquire Club next door. Most of you probably don't know this, but the name the Royal Room comes from the fact that the Royal Esquire Club historically African-American social club since, I believe, around World War II in the city of Seattle, not in this space. They had this space that they called the Royal Room, and this larger space next door has a different name, and they use this for their smaller events. And when they rented it to us, we decided to keep the name. They have been really terrific in supporting us through this really difficult time. Yes, there are landlords. Yes, we are a tenant, but it really feels more like a partnership. So I would really like to thank them at this time. Please keep giving. We have an incredible set. Sorry, I'm going to grab my laptop here so I don't forget everything coming up, but it's pretty awesome. We got Sheridan Riley, who's an amazing drummer here in town. I've just gotten to know recently. I really look forward to working with her in the future. We got Kathy Moore. We got Ben Hunter, who's not only a great musician, but a mover and shaker down here in the South End. And we're hoping the Black and Tan opens someday soon. And then James Falzone, who is, I thought we would end with because it's so beautiful. It's a meditative set. And he is also the head of the Cornish Music Department, and we've been so grateful. He's sort of a new addition to Seattle, lives up the street from the Royal Room, and so grateful to have him in our community. So with no further ado, Sweden a Day plays first with Ray Larsen as a guest, and with Ayesha Brooks joining us for the second tune. Ayesha, also someone who just wraps up everything I love about the Seattle music scene. Okay, here we go. Sweden a Day with Ray Larsen and Ayesha Brooks.
Well, you hear me singing. you go. Times are harder than ever before.
Hi everybody, Chris Speed here from Los Angeles, California. I'm requesting your support to the South Hudson Music Project and to help them support live music at the Royal Room in Seattle, your lovely city. I love the Royal Room. It's a fun place to play. It's great that you have a venue that supports your local musicians and also is a place for out-of-towners on tour to play. And I've been very fortunate to get to play there a bunch. I love the space, love the room, love the people that come out. So please do what you can to support the South Hudson Music Project, keeping music alive in Seattle. Take care, stay safe, everybody.
Hi, I'm Kelly Klingon, the Education Director at Seattle Jazz Ed. Live performance is critical for the learning process, and the Royal Room offers a vibrant and authentic stage for our music students. Seattle Jazz Ed is proud to have our students perform at the Royal Room on a regular basis. Your support of the South Hudson Music Project is crucial as we strive to make music education available for all. Thank you.
Please support the South Hudson Music Project. I wrote this piece here for the opening of the Royal Room in 2011. The Royal Room is much more than just a venue to us musicians. It's a place where bands, compositions, ideas, projects, communities are born, and it is an essential part of our creative lives here.
Parties. That used to be a thing.
As the gods that gave birth to Lucifer.
Just made me reflect on
Hi, I'm Sheridan. Please support the South Hudson Music Project. The Royal Room's a great venue. Saw my first show here when I moved to Seattle. Made a really great impression. Keep celebrating live music. It'll happen again.
So much you can say. You can't give me restitution. You can't give me restitution. If I look real deep, there is no deep. A shallow well. It's just a shallow well. It's just a shallow well. Just a shallow well. If I build my house on sand, slide all over. It takes years and years and years and years and years and years to fall. It's just a shallow well. Just a shallow well. Just a shallow well. Just a shallow well.
Please support the South Hudson Music Project.
See me smile, see me dance and play, see the joy I made, see the tears that fall, see them one and all, see me, see me. Hear me breathe,
me asking why. Hear my song speak, hear my hopes and dreams, hear me, hear me. Feel me shake, feel my careless skin, feel the strain within, feel my heart beat, that's where our haunts meet. Feel me, feel me.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Benjamin Hunter. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're here in support of the South Hudson Music Project, an extension of work that is being done at the Royal Room to ensure that artists get paid fairly, equitably, justly for the brilliant work that we do, but all artists that work really hard to hone their craft to give you something enjoyable to listen to. So please support the South Hudson Music Project today and open your wallets wide. Have a good night.
Hi, this is James Falzone. I'm so delighted to present a short set of music in support of this fundraiser for the South Hudson Music Project here on the stage of the Royal Room, which is a venue I've had the opportunity to play at many times and have always really enjoyed it. It's a special place and a special project, and I hope you'll support. Thanks.
Hey everybody, this is Tim Byrne. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. It's early morning, and I just want to say I'd like to encourage you to support the South Hudson Music Project. Among the places in Seattle where I've been lucky enough to perform is the Royal Room, which I love playing. And if you support this organization, it'll keep everybody in business. So please do so. Thank you.
Hi there. This is Nancy Guppy. And I have been in Seattle pretty much all my life, born and raised. I am very connected to this city, very connected to the local art scene. And that is why I am a supporter of South Hudson Music Project in conjunction with Royal Room. The importance of our art scene and our live art scene cannot be overstated. Obviously, there's been a monster hit in the last 9 months or so, and it's going to continue for a while with this pandemic. So I hope that you will support South Hudson Music Project. It's an essential worker. Let's put it that way. It's essential for our well-being, our emotional, our psychological, our mental, our physical well-being, and it's certainly essential for the artists that need a place to do their thing, because they need to do their thing and we need their thing. We need to take in their thing. So 3 cheers for South Hudson Music Project. Go, go, go. I'm in your corner.
Hey, wow. Thank you, James. That was amazing. Thank you, everybody. So we're coming to the end here. You know, I think we had a really nice evening of music, and I want to thank everyone for the donations. If anyone feels like trying to get us all the way to $15,000, that'd be fantastic, but we've done so great, and we couldn't be more grateful. There's always something you regret, right? And if I had a time machine and could go back now to 90 minutes ago, I would have included these 2 important institutions in my thank you. I want to apologize for not mentioning them sooner, and I would like to call out to both KNKX and KEXP. It was an awesome that both of them came on board and helped us with this. KNKX has done a number of things with us at the Royal Room. KXP a little bit as well, but not only that, KXP, I just found someone from there sent me something that a band I had in 1991 here in Seattle recorded live on KXP. I don't even think it was called KXP then. They are at the epicenter of the Seattle music scene and really across the world. So once again, so much thanks to all our sponsors. And right now I'm trying to make up for lost time, KXP and KNKX. And the people there who helped us, coordinate it all. We are sort of semi-officially done for the night, but not really, because we have a real treat coming up. We have 4 additional takes. Some people gave pretty short performances, and we took 2 different songs. We have a song of J.R. Rhodes that I think is just lovely. Marina Albero did an amazing, very short improvisation that includes famous Thelonious Monk tune, I think, Hampshire Swing, I'm not sure. Robin Holcomb has also a very short song that may be one of my favorite pieces of American literature ever. And then Victoria Parker is going to end this with the Bach Partita No. 2 for solo violin, which is a real treat. And so thanks again so much. Stay healthy. We hope to see you in person soon. And have a great evening. And needless to say, just stay safe. All right.
Mama, mama, they gone, drop the bomb on you again, the newsman saying. And I think of hurt I've done and those I've not yet forgiven. How is it any different? Still here we all be wrong or right, our faults despite. And for what good reason? Oh, there must be a place of peace in us. Our hearts must keep peace on earth. Papa, Papa, where does the mind find rest when your night sky cries blood red? When will we end as us and them, when love knows only we and no other false pretenses? Still here we are, be wrong or right, our faults despite. And for what good reason? Oh, there must be a place of peace in us. Our hearts must keep peace on earth. Peace on earth. Peace on earth. Peace on earth. Peace.
One way or another, be still if you can, just for a moment. let things fall where they may. Nowhere to run from. In a hurry to. I played again, counting on coming alive. A little bit of trial by jury. Remember learning to crawl as you stagger out under the weight of the world. One foot, it starts to fall. And sometimes you get lucky. Sounds like a lullaby. And a whole other morning is blooming outside. I know I told you otherwise.
supporting all of this, are you?
This is a wonderful cause, and we're so excited to see you here today. I hate it! To see you here today, what? Okay, it's weird, but...
Enabling people like us to do better than what we're doing. Sorry, I was trying to do something.
Perfect take.
Take two.
Please support. Oh, shoot.
But that's why we're here. We need money. We need your support for the fucking.
Say hey, ho, hey, hey, ho, ho.
God, why? Can anyone help me with this? No, just kidding.
Welcome to the South Russian Show. You guys are funny. You love it, though. Okay, here we go.
Have you donated yet? I don't see any responses here, so...
The South Hudson Music Project. This could be a long night.